Hi friends, welcome to my channel. So today the topic is on, like in the last video when I discussing about the Kubernetes workloads, different components in the Kubernetes, I was talked and said about the services. Okay, the services I can say like a head. Okay, when your pods and other things were running, if you feel like it is a body, service is like your head. Okay, so why I'm comparing like that is your application is running. Okay, that's running good. Even you can do that validations using a curl command inside the cluster, inside the node you can validate it, and you can confirm your application is running good from your cluster perspective. But the outside of the cluster, how people will aware that your application is running, right? So they have to validate, and you have to provide one DNS name, something www.smartdevops.com. You have to provide that one so that they can try to hit it and then get the response for that services, right? So that's it about the services. So I want to explain about this video on about the services and remaining topics, what are the things required for the services. So before that one, please like, share and subscribe to my channel to provide this type of content, and that really helps me to support, really helps me to do this type of videos. Okay, so let's jump into it. So as I said, like in services we have three types of services, that is ClusterIP, NodePort and load balancer. And I will quickly summarize these things, like as I have already covered about these things. Like cluster IP is our internal IPs in your cluster. When you have your application internally running it, then you can make use of the cluster IP and you cannot expose that to the external world. And then second one is the node port. If you provide node port, you have to provide one default port number and expose your application to the external with your host IP address, or if you want you can use your own domain name for your application. The third one is load balancer. So when you are using any cloud providers, you can opt one ALB, okay, application load balancer, and you can use the DNS to expose your application with your predefined domain name. So this is about the services. Okay, next point is, okay, I have the services. My services having a n number of microservices. And microservices in the sense, like I'll record that video for you. My microservices is like, for example, if you take www.smartdevops.com slash something shopping slash address slash some other details. So these are all different types of API requests you are calling it, and you need to get the response from that APIs. So how you can able to make use of it? As a service, you can enable a IP address or domain name to your application. But for the respect to request, for respect to API, how you can able to call it? That is the challenge here. There we will use the ingress concept. Ingress is nothing but, instead of using the n number of services or n number of load balancers, you can make use of the ingress and provide your path in the sense slash something xyz abcd. I am telling something, right? So you have to provide that path for your domain name. That will whenever, imagine you have a service running for payment, service running for shopping. You have two services running for the each, right? One service is for the pod, pod is running for the payments, and another pod is running for what do you call them, some marketing, anything. You can take it like a payment or two different services. Okay, on whole it is a two different services, and you want to, when I entered slash services, it has to go to this pod or service and provide the response from this pod to that. And if I give slash payment, it has to go to that respect to payment pod and it has to provide the response from the service. So this is the beauty of ingress. Rather than maintaining a n number of load balancers, you can make use of this one to provide the response quickly in Kubernetes world. And you can ask me, Venkat, why can't I use this in the, why can't we invoke that ingress into our load balancers? Yes, you can do. You can use your own DNS, and you can provide your API request, you can provide your paths, okay, rerouting paths. Then everything will be possible with using this ingress routes. Okay, and if you want more information about this ingress, yes, I will continue this part, okay, for the next video also about this ingress and how it can be used. Ingress is, if you feel like ingress, yes, ingress is a very simple concept. Okay, the only thing is you have to create a DNS to be attached to your ingress. If you did that one, and if you provide your API request and your API is pointing to that respective service, your job is done. Your application will be exposed with that DNS. So this is concept about the services and ingress routes. Okay, if you have any questions on this one, please comment here. I'm very glad to help you on that. I will very glad to sort out your issues. Please continue your support. Thanks for watching. Keep supporting. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.